All right, matchup draft week 13, Chris, you're up.
Okay, Monday Night Football. It's Diggs versus J.C. Jackson. Yeah, I can't wait to see that matchup. You know, the broader picture, just the passing offense, Brian Daboll, Josh Allen versus the Belichicks and the awesome passing defense of the Patriots. But, yeah, I would think we're going to see J.C. Jackson manned up on Diggs a number of times through the game. And, you know, for my money, too, I mean, again, I think J.C. Jackson has hit the stratosphere of Jaylen Ramsey type corner where he is one of the 2 or 3 best in the game, hands down. I don't think there's any denying it, and that's the one I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see at Buffalo what they can do at all on the offensive side of the ball versus New England D.
I love a good coaching matchup, and look, we've been talking about this game all week because we don't know what we're going to get from the Steelers, but Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh, they've been facing each other twice per year since 2008 when Harbaugh became the Ravens coach. Tomlin arrived in Pittsburgh a year earlier, throwing a couple of playoff games along the way. This is as intense of a rivalry between coaches as it gets, and they know each other well. They know their styles well. It's going to be a great matchup of coaches. The team on one side of the ball, not as good as it's been in the past, but as I said earlier, that goes out the window for this one.
No, you're right. It's just personal between, you know, these teams, these coaches who both got an edge, who probably like really in their heart of hearts want to get in midfield and fight every coach they play too. They're like, let's fight first on the emblem in the middle of the field, and then we'll let the team play the game. I mean, that's what kind of guys they are. So that adds to the chippiness of the matchup. That's a good one by you. I like that. I think the next one I'm gonna go a coaching matchup too. I'm gonna go Fangio versus Reid. This is a big one. Denver has shown the ability to give Kansas City and their offense some issues in the Vic Fangio era. Then, of course, we know Andy Reid and all the talk about how awesome he is off of a bye week. It looks like the Chiefs were going in this direction and, you know, close to getting back to what we expect of them. But this Denver defense, not great in the run game, stopping that, but extremely talented in the secondary. I mean, two good safeties, good corners, and I'm excited to see what Andy Reid's got in store for Vic Fangio and vice versa.
I'm going to go with another coaching matchup, half of the equation. The other half is the entire organization. Jack Del Rio, the Washington football team defensive coordinator, against the Raiders. Because it wasn't all that long ago, grand scheme of things, that he just got thrown overboard. The only coach that has taken the Raiders to the postseason since 2002 is Jack Del Rio. Late in the 2017 season, Mark Davis and John Gruden got together and they worked it all out. And Gruden and Del Rio represented by the same agent. That still rubs me the wrong way 4 years later.
Right.
And Del Rio is just kind of the innocent bystander caught in all this. He's thrown overboard. Well, they haven't been great since Del Rio's gone. And that's got to give him something extra this week as he's putting that defense together. We said the other night how that defense has improved. Is it some Ron Rivera helping out Jack Del Rio, getting a little more complicated in the coverages and the systems and the schemes? He's going to love nothing more than to stick it to the Raiders. And he knows Derek Carr. He coached Derek Carr. So I'm really looking forward to that one because, look, we got two teams that are on the cusp of the playoff conversation. Whoever wins this one's going to get a nice boost.
All right, I'm going to go, to my favorite team in football, the G-Men. It's the Giants O-line and Daniel Jones versus this Dolphins crazy blitz stuff. Can they handle it? Can they have a plan? I'm interested to see. I mean, the Giants aren't out of this. The Dolphins aren't out of this. The Dolphins are hot. But what I am waiting to see is the team that has the right plan, and then if you got a dangerous receiver, you want to do all these crazy blitzes, you get the ball to Kadarius Toney, and now he's one-on-one with Xavier Howard with some space. Ooh, that might scare the Dolphins. I'm excited to see what the plan of approach is or if they can handle it or not handle it at all.
This may be the only time we mention this game this weekend because Jaguars at Rams has nothing on the surface that would create any interest whatsoever. But it's Jaylen Ramsey getting a crack at the Jaguars. And I say that even more because Urban Meyer, who really would be well served to understand the rules. He came out yesterday and said he wishes that Jaylen Ramsey was on his team. Well, technically it's a tampering violation, but it really wouldn't matter because the last team that Jaylen Ramsey would ever play for again is the Jaguars. But I still want to see what Ramsey has because he's going to have something for the Jaguars. He's going to have extra motivation, Chris.
I would think so. Yeah, I would like to see Ramsey and company get a little more chippy on defense. Get a little of that edge back and start getting in people's face and talking crap a little bit. I know you don't want to get penalties, but, he's been a little more subdued this year. I like when he's got an edge about him.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.